Before we start, real quick, if you find these videos useful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. For you, it's a small thing. For me, it really helps and means a lot. All right, let's get into it. Let's talk about retirement, not the Instagram version, not the brochure version, the real one, the uncomfortable one. Because most people asking, how much money do I need to retire, are already asking the wrong question. The real question is, what kind of life do you expect not to collapse when you stop working? Here's the brutal truth nobody likes to hear. Retirement is not a number. It's a system. And if you don't build the system, no number will save you. Let's start with the lie. For decades, people were told $1 million is enough. Then it became $2 million. Now quietly, without headlines, the real number is drifting toward 3, 4, even 5 million in high-cost countries. Why? Because the math changed. Inflation didn't just eat prices, it ate certainty. In the 1980s, you could retire on interest. Government bonds paid real yields. Savings accounts actually saved you. Healthcare was manageable. Housing was already paid off. That world is gone. Today, if you retire at 65 and live to 90, which is statistically normal, you're planning for 25 years without active income. That's not retirement, that's a second lifetime. Now let's talk real numbers. If you want a modest middle-class lifestyle in a developed country, not luxury, not yachts, just stability, housing, food, healthcare, travel, emergencies, you're looking at $60,000 to $80,000 per year after tax. Multiply that by 25 years. That's $1.5 to $2 million just to survive. Not thrive, not grow, just not run out. And that's assuming no major medical disaster, no long-term care, no market crash at the wrong time, no family emergencies, no currency shock, which, let's be honest, is fantasy. Now here's where it gets worse. Most people think retirement savings are their money. They're not. They're exposed money. Markets don't care that you're retired. If you hit a 30-40% drawdown in your first 5 years of retirement, which has happened multiple times historically, your portfolio may never recover. This is called sequence of returns risk, and it destroys retirees quietly. You don't need a crash, you just need bad timing. And healthcare? That's the silent killer. In the US, a couple retiring today needs $300,000 to $500,000 just for healthcare costs over retirement, and that's with Medicare. Long-term care? Add another $200,000, $400,000 if things go wrong. So now your comfortable retirement number isn't $1 million anymore. It's closer to $3 million. And that's before we talk about inflation over the next 25 years. This is why pensions are dying. This is why governments are raising retirement ages. This is why social security systems are under pressure. They were designed for a world where people died at 70, not 90. Now here's the part that really pisses people off. Retirement is not about stopping work. It's about stopping dependency. If your retirement plan depends on government promises, one portfolio, one country, one currency, you don't have a plan. You have a hope. So what actually works? The people who retire safely don't aim for a magic number. They aim for cash flow. Real retirement means your expenses are covered without touching principal. That usually requires 3 to 4% sustainable yield, not the old fairy tale 7 to 8%. Do the math backwards. If you need $70,000 a year and you withdraw 3%, you need $2.3 million. If you want margin of safety, it's closer to $3 million. And that's why the middle class is panicking about retirement, because they were taught to save, not to build income systems. The future retiree doesn't look like a pensioner. They look like someone with diversified assets, multiple income streams, geographic flexibility, optional work, not forced work. Here's the real brutal truth. If you rely only on savings, you're betting your life on market behavior you cannot control. If you rely on income-producing assets, dividends, rent, businesses, royalties, you're building resilience. Retirement today is not an age, it's a position where you don't panic during market crashes, you don't fear inflation, You don't pray politicians keep promises. Most people won't reach that position, not because they're stupid, but because they were taught the wrong game. They were taught to accumulate, not to design. And that's why the real retirement question isn't, how much money do I need? It's, how many problems can my system survive when everything goes wrong?